I'd have made them all walk home for starters in bare feet. They put on a shocking effort.
Some of them wouldn't get a kick in a stable.
Liam Jones?
Useless.
What a pair of flops they are.
You've heard that saying, Eddie everywhere. Well, it was Margaret everywhere.
It's time for a magic moment with Margaret.
Sure is. Margaret joins us from Sunbury. Margaret, good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning, Craig and Campbell. Oh, good to have a chat to you.
Great to hear your voice.
Yes, it's good. It's good to be able to talk good and feeling a bit better.
Our audience would love to know how you're feeling and how your week's been before we get into it. How are you?
Well, I'm much better. Did you know I am in hospital? I'm actually calling this call from St Vincent's Private. They've been very good to me and allowed me to make this call. Yes, no, I've been getting some treatment from my cardiologist. Can I say his name? I'm going to say it, Dr. Wally Amar, and he's got me on. He said he'll have me padding on the footpath in a couple of days. So there you go.
Dr. Wally looking after you, and a shout out to him.
And he's a Carlton supporter, you know, and he's keen on them too, and he's told me to get stuck into them, and I am going to get stuck into them. Oh, God. What about the D's? Aren't they good? Aren't they doing well?
Yeah, they're going beautifully, aren't they? You would have been rapt to see them knock over the Tigers last Saturday night.
I did, and by gee, they did it well too. They did it comfortably. They're going good. They could be 10-zip in a matter of weeks. I'm sure they'll knock over the next couple of mugs, and we're one of them. So we've got to get cracking if we're going to beat the D's.
Well, they'll beat the Kangas tomorrow, which brings the Kangas closer to that famous wooden spoon you need to return from your old mate in the corner.
Yep. Can't wait.
The Brownie's an old mate of Margaret's who sent her the wooden spoon when Carlton won it. She kept it. It's the Eddie Barracks for North. It's a boomerang. So she's already got it earmarked to send back, return to sender, haven't you, Margaret?
Yes, I have. Campbell, he played for North Melbourne. His name was Kenneth Dean. He was a good footballer and a good friend of ours. And so he sent it to me. I said, it'll boomerang. It'll come back one day. Never, he said. Well,
very cheeky.
Been on the brink a couple of times.
Do you think that Melbourne can win the premiership this year? It's been a long time, but they're in pretty good shape.
Well, if they keep going the way they are, there's no reason why they can't. They've got to just keep up that good, strong tackling and running and doing all the right things, and they've got the determination, and I'd like to see it. I think it'd be great for football.
Let's talk about your Blues, 2 and 4.
Oh,
what do you think?
God help us. They're shocking. They're shocking at the moment. They've got to play the young ones. It's about time they gave them a go. And if they're going to have any chance at all, they've got to start doing something. Play the young ones and get it going. Give the supporters something to crow about. We've got nothing. Haven't had for years.
If they're listening right now, the Carlton family, who would you like to lift?
Who would I like to lift? God,
who needs to lift their game?
Have you got time? God.
We've got time.
Well, Murph's got a lift. Dear Eddie Betts, pains me to say he's got a lift. Plowman, well, I'd leave him out, but however, he's got a lift if they're going to put him in. Liam's doing not a bad job, useless, but he's doing all right, but he's still got to do a little bit more. There's that many you could keep going on and on and on. They've got a lift.
Yep. You need more Harry Mackays, don't you? He's going
more
beautifully.
Harry Mackays, yep. Feed him well, give him the ball and make sure he kicks his goals, and no more silly running around the side to kick it. Take his time and kick it properly.
You like the set shots instead of the hooks around the body?
I like the set shots, yes. I don't like
What are they doing?
Hooks.
What are they doing, these modern players, kicking snaps it straight in front?
Damn ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I could have spit-placated him when he done it. Could have. No.
It's a great
they
word.
Need Fev there. They need Fev there.
They do. There's a lot of love for you, Margaret, off the temper text. I just want to read a couple of them out. And please encourage the audience to keep them coming, and we'll do our best to pass them on. Lots of love coming from the West, Margaret. Get well, and you'll be up and about soon. From Stuart. That's reflective of a heap of text messages we're getting in real time here, and we'll read a couple out as we go through the course of the morning to cheer you up. You've got a much-loved audience who are thinking of you this morning and wishing you a speedy recovery, Margaret.
Do you know what, Craig? I've met a couple of people in here, and one that listens to SEN and knew Margaret. I laughed. I thought, no. Anyway, I'll tell you about that. It's a funny story.
You must be a pop star in there at the St Vincent's Pride,
look, they're just beautiful. I've got a lovely little nurse here, just gone out the door. Her name's Sarah, and she's a lovely little thing. And Stephanie, they're lovely.
Do they sneak you extra desserts, a little bit of extra jelly and things like that at night?
Campbell, I'm in a heart ward. What are you talking about? Margarine, dry bread, mashed potato, no poached potato.
Oh, no sweets.
Oh.
Can't wait to get home.
What's the first thing you're going to eat when you get out, Margaret?
A jacket potato. I love jacket potatoes. I'll do a nice jacket potato with some butter and everything.
Yep.
But I don't overindulge, so there you go.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Now, we have missed the big news of the week. Oh, before we get to the big news of the week, just a quick one.
I've heard from Maddie. Manning.
Can you believe this? Margaret's banter had its first trial Monday morning at Moe at 8:30. I've seen the vision. It won by 4 lengths over about 700 metres. It was just eased down, and it is cherry ripe for what we think will be the 19th at Moe.
Yes.
I think it's 19th or the 18th. It's the midweek
19th of May.
There you go.
No, I think it's the 18th of May. I think
Are
the
you
18th.
Right? The Tuesday.
Yep, the 18th of May at Moe. And do you know what? If I can, I'm going to be there. I don't know how, but I'm going to get there.
Well, if you're feeling a bit better, it won't be the end of the world if you're not, because you'll be able to listen to it on track, and you'll also be able to watch it on TV. But
I'll still trying to be there.
If we can get there, I'm with you. We're coming. We're taking
Yes,
you.
I am too. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll be getting out of here. I'll be on the footpath, I can tell you.
Moe Racing Club are very excited at the mere possibility of the horse running there on the day. Margaret's banner will be the horse of the community. And I know you probably haven't had a chance to have a look at the vision yet, have you? Has the Rottweiler showed you the vision yet?
Yes, the Rocky has. He's got me going well on this iPad, on the picture book, as I call it. He's got me all keyed up. Do you know, I couldn't get my radio to work, and I said, I've got no radio. I said, the radios won't work here, and I can't get it. Mum, use the iPad. I showed you. I said, I mucked it up. He come all the way in from Sunbury and set it all up, and there I've got the iPad, and I'm working it. I'm doing it. I won't foul it up again, I tell you. So I know what to do now.
So you've got the radio station on the iPad, on the app there?
On the iPad, yep. All going. I hear all the shows, so it's good. I'm right. I've been listening to them now for the last few days, so
You'd
great.
You're driving everyone else mad there in the ward, wouldn't you?
I'm on my own.
Oh, yeah? That's good. Yeah, that's
great.
Great.
Private room.
That's good to hear. I'm glad you've been...
On my own.
Why are we whispering? If you're in the private room.
You can have a party in there, Margaret, if you want.
I could. I've got a nice bed, a lovely bed, and it's one that I can press the button and the head goes up and the feet go. Oh, it's a lovely bed. Oh.
Well, I was so happy when the horse won for you, the trial room. I can imagine at the real races as Margaret Banner comes around the corner. It's going to be superb.
Manny said it's doing quite well.
It is.
And I said, coming around the bend with a real canter. Margaret's banter coming home in a canter.
It's going to be great. You've got 10%. Everyone on the station's got 1%. So you're the major owner and decision maker.
Oh, fantastic.
And Diesel's got the other share. So that's going to be awesome. Hey,
awesome.
quick one on the cricket. I don't know if you're across this because you've been a bit under the weather, but did you see what happened with the Aussies got out of India via Doha?
Yes, I did. I did.
Caused a fuss?
Caused a stir, haven't they?
What do you reckon?
Oh, well, I suppose they shouldn't have done it, but did they realise what they were doing, that was terribly wrong? But they apparently needed to get home. Zampa got a pending wedding coming up, and he didn't want to be stuck in India. Poor devils. I pray for them. They're
I did
heartbreaking to see the sadness over there.
Hey, a lot of people off the text before that you go are asking who's feeding the Rocky while you're away, because you normally got the towel around his neck, and you've got the Hoover vacuum cleaner to clean up after him.
I left instructions to his wife, please look after my house. And she's looking after him well. Yeah.
That's nice to hear. I assume you're not up for a song this morning. I wouldn't want to ask you that unless you wanted to.
No, look, the voice is a bit scratchy.
Yeah, no, we think that's a good idea. We just want to let you know everyone loves you and is thinking of you this morning, Margaret. There's a lot of love on the text. And
love to you all, and love to Pickers.
Amazing that you've rang in from St Vincent's Private. You'd be the first person ever to do an interview from your own room at St Vincent's Private, but that's stardom you've got. There goes Margaret. Margaret
She's gone early.
From Sunbury on the phone. How wonderful is she? Absolutely magnificent, and we all send our love. And keep your messages coming through. We'll pass them on to Margaret. It'll make a day, I reckon. More after this on Off the Bench.